Hey everyone, Sarah here at Three Little Potters, and if you're a follower of this channel, you will know that I did a 1,000 pot challenge to go to London to drink tea, and I am back from my tea excursion with just some thoughts and updates for everyone on how that went. So the tea in London was good, but I think the issue is that I thought I would be getting special pottery cups to drink the tea out of. And, obviously that's a silly sort of assumption because it's restaurants, right? And they're, commercial and everything in the dishwasher and all of that. But I was a little disappointed that I didn't have like a special cup that was handmade and slightly wonky and also felt like the tea was good black tea, but I drink this tea at home from London, and I really, really like this tea, and I am not affiliated or anything, but the tea there just, yeah, I prefer my tea from home. Is that, a country mouse in the city kind of wishing for their own wonky cup with their own tea at home? Maybe. So let's just sort of start out. So I went to the Lotus Garden restaurant. I had some tea there. These teapots, they just don't pour. The tea just like dribbles all over the place. At least it was a pottery teapot. On one of the days, we went on a trip out to the Cotswolds, and that is the only place that I found a real pottery shop. And it was sort of one of those things where we had a limited amount of time in the village. I was worried that lunch was taking too much time, and my husband's like, you know what, just go look around. We'll wait for lunch. I'll call you when it's ready. So I sort of exited the restaurant and went down this little lane, and all of a sudden I see this sign that says pottery this way with a certain amount of meters. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's meant to be. I'm heading to the pottery shop. So I find this pottery shop, and here, let me show you some video from that.
I found a hidden pottery store. Sorry for the lighting in here, but look at how cute.
I did buy something from the pottery shop. It's just like a little espresso cup. And I have to say, when I picked this up, I was like, oh my goodness, this is so much nicer than the espresso cups that I made. Now, granted, I have very fancy glazes, but this just feels so smooth. I don't know if this potter is like burnishing their rims or what, but I definitely need to up my game. And I love the like, look, it's not trim, but it has sort of these cut marks on the bottom. Anyway, I'm definitely into that. So it does say Burton on the water on the bottom, but it was the place was called Cotswold Pottery, and I believe it's Jude and Jeff are the owners there. So I rang the bell. She came out, wrapped up my little cup, and she seemed kind of busy. You could see sort of a window where they were making things in the back. Very cool. But that was the only actual pottery shop that I found while I was there. So it came time for my tea, and I know I had talked to you guys about maybe going to the Georgian at Harrods, and I did not do that. Despite having made all those pots and saved up my money, $400 for afternoon tea was a lot, since I'm bringing my husband and kids with me. So $400 was a bit much of a price tag for me to swallow. So I ended up going booking tea at the Swan next to the Globe Theater, and I have they were doing a Romeo and Juliet themed thing, and I do love Romeo and Juliet, so I thought, I'm like, oh, okay, that's perfect. So yeah, it's just interesting. I thought I would love it so much more than I did, but you walk like a mile to get somewhere, and there's trains and all of this and buzzy hubbub, and after walking a mile, all I want was a really large glass of water and a huge sandwich. And instead, you're like, oh, okay, we've committed to tea. So we're having a hot beverage that has to steep in little teeny sandwiches. And I just wanted, like, I don't know, the mega American sandwich. It's so silly. Yeah, so I ate my little salmon cucumber egg sandwiches like, in 1 minute, which is not the way you're supposed to do tea at all. And, then I had them bring me more sandwiches and I just ate those. And I did not even eat the sweet stuff on the top of it. I was just like, I just need water. It's terrible. But the kids enjoyed it. They ate all of it and it was a lot of fun. And yeah, it was great. But the real kicker was they didn't even serve the tea in a ceramic teapot. Teapots come out and they're metal. At least they poured well. At least those teapots poured well. But I was just like, oh. But yeah, I'll insert some video of the teacups and the teapots. But for a potter, I was just imagining these amazing hand built teapots, and I know better. So the other place that I had a lot of tea was at the Bailey's Hotel, and they served good black tea every morning, and they brought different teapots. The first two teapots I had that tea in, also quite a bit of dribbling out the spout. And on the last day there, they did serve me tea in a teapot that poured well and didn't dribble as much. So I have a picture of that teapot to insert here. But I definitely think that I want to make a teapot now because I want a good teapot that doesn't dribble everywhere. The neatest cup of tea I had was actually not even served in like a ceramic cup at all. It was served in a glass. But I still took a picture for everyone. It is hand tied green tea leaves with lily and rose. And it was really pretty. It tasted kind of just bland, but it was really pretty. And I appreciated that. The other thing that I found interesting being out and about and just walking a lot and thinking about things was just kind of my own goals for my shop and myself as an artist. Walking through the Tate Museum, I was definitely thinking back to being in art school and being creative and sort of having these critiques and having sort of a artist statement behind your work and a reason for why you're doing what you're doing. And little bowls just don't have that same sort of feeling to them. And I definitely hope that this year I can make a bit of time to be more artistic with what I'm doing. And I think as a future goal, maybe having a gallery space that I could do some pottery art installations would be fulfilling for me. I just have to get there. But thanks to everyone that's followed along with this journey and who has bought pottery from me over the last month. There has been a lot of pieces sold, and I really appreciate all your support and likes here. So yeah, thanks for watching.